Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Bassey, Akwa. And Fivio in response to Coast to Ghost dissing Pop Smoke and him on Hitlist. You know what I'm saying? And Fivio Foreign is definitely I definitely like the way he handled this. But Fivio Foreign is the dude in your neighborhood that tried to clean his life up. You know what I'm saying? He got a white girl now. You know what I mean? He wearing college shirts and stuff like that. He looked like he worked in City Hall. You know what I'm saying? And then wherever he goes, like his friends try to clown him, like, oh, yo, you know what I mean? Like you trying to do good for yourself. You ever had them friends and stuff like that where you was a bad student, but then next thing you know, you start getting A's, you start acing stuff, then you start getting clowned, like, oh, you a nerd now, huh? You know what I mean? Like the one time you don't want to go play basketball at the park, like, oh, you a nerd. You know what I mean? Teacher's pet. Like that's what I think Fabio Foreign is dealing with right now. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I think Fabio's dealing with right now. Like this is the type of situation, this is the type of situation where 5 year foreign could be, you know what I mean, chilling with his white girl at an organic food store trying to enjoy himself, you know what I mean, trying to transition from being a New York drill rapper to just being a rapper, you know what I mean? Then dudes try to come in, you know what I mean, and try to like not play him as in a physical sense, but try to play him like, oh yo, you know what I mean, you not like us no more. And then next thing you know, that's one of my classic sayings. Like next thing you know what I mean? They get something popping off in Whole Foods. That's like how dudes like Soldier Boy created. Like you worked yourself out the hood, you worked yourself to make millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying, or whatever you're doing at this point. And then next thing you know, that's the type of dude to start to to back out a piece, you know what I mean, in Whole Foods or something like that. You're trying to get your organic food or something like that. You see Soldier Boy, like, oh, what's good, Soldier Boy? Like, you just, all right, Soldier Boy's in Whole Foods, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, he gets into an argument with somebody. He just wants to prove himself just to show that he's tough. That's what I feel like Fivio Foreign is dealing with right now. And I keep saying this, like, yo, like I think he has like a white girl and stuff like that. I think this is really changing him. You know what I mean? I think this is really changing him. I think dudes are starting to really look at him as if he's soft. You know what I'm saying? But in all seriousness, you know what I mean? I definitely like the way he reacted to it. Not that I'm like I know exactly what is going on. I know what's going on with the music. I know what's going on with Pop Song and what Coast to Ghost said. Like I said before, what Coast to Ghost is this record. I like the record. I mean, but how much could I like a record where you're dissing Pop Smoke? That's the whole thing about certain aspects of the New York drill thing. It's like, damn, like the record, it's a weird situation where you find yourself liking a record, but it's like saying some real crazy stuff. It's like hearing a girl, it's like hearing a girl talk to me, or like, yo, he's ugly or something like that, and then next thing you know, like, you know what I mean? She's trying to smash or something like that. It's a very weird and awkward situation that you kind of got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. When I heard Coach to go say what he said, it's like, damn, man. He's like making. It's weird. It's like they're putting it in a clever way, but it's messed up. You know what I mean, certain things he said about Pop Smoke, he said that's the same thing that got Pop Smoke. It was just like, you know what I mean. But then just the way Fabio Foreign reacted, he reacted on Twitter. He said something that he doesn't do the guns in the videos. He's from New York, you know. And I definitely can see why he would say that. You know what I mean? And this is probably a sentiment that should have been spoken in 2003. I mean, this is probably a sentiment that should have been spoken in 2010, 2015. You know what I mean? The fact that dudes are kind of really just snapping to reality and learning, like, yo, we're in New York City, we're not in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, that's definitely the difference between the drill scene in New York and Chicago. Those dudes are still doing their thing. And that's the weird part about drill in general. You know what I mean? New York and America is kind of towards like the middle, just in a comparison to all drill around. You know what I mean? Chicago, they got all type of bazookas, M16s, you know what I mean? All type of stuff in the video. In the UK, they not even allowed to show their face. They can't even have girls in the video. You know what I mean? They're not even allowed to do anything. They gotta have the mask on, you know what I mean? And no, they can't even have a knife in the video. And then in New York, it's kind of on the verge, like, yo, just don't show anything. You could act tough. You could do the finger gun. You could do all type of stuff. You could dance. You could pour Henny on girls. You know what I mean? But yo, just don't show a gun. Like, you know, in New York City, that's not really something that goes down. People to just be having guns like that. You know what I mean? People pay a real price in life for having a gun. So you promoting that in your video, that's not something that really coincides with what the law is trying to get across and what New York City is just trying to get across. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, New York is mixed up with all different types of people. So at the end of the day, when somebody like a Pop Smoke, somebody like a, you know, certain people pop off, Fivio Foreign, these dudes are kind of like, pillars and representatives of New York City. It could be as young as these dudes, as young as Pop Smoke was, you know what I mean? Yeah, Fivio Foreign's still a pretty young dude, you know what I mean? I'm sure he's maturing like in his mind and stuff like that. He's getting money and stuff like that. These dudes are representation of New York. Like if you ever notice, you leave and you go somewhere else in like another state or something like that, and then you bring up those rappers. Like everyone usually knows the pop and New York rappers. You bring up those rappers, it's instantly something like, yo, like they're just a representation of New York. So anything they do, you kind of like come to the defense of that as if that's like a sports team or something. That's why I said New York rap in general is just like, you know what I mean? It's like being a part of a sports team and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But just looking at this whole situation, like I said, I definitely like the way that 5 year form responded to the situation, but it was looking a little bit double. I hope it's not a double message and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I just really hope the dude kind of stays the course. Like he about to drop the album and stuff like that. Why cause something while you about to drop an album? You know what I mean? Why can't why act well responding and stuff like that? That's whatever. But in terms of actually doing something that actually gets you caught up, I don't know. You know what I mean? That doesn't really coincide with what you do. And when it comes to Coast to Coast, I don't see him directly doing something like as much as people want to say whatever they want about the drill scene, like what I mean, the fans and stuff like that in the comments, doing what they do, they feel a part of it and everything like that. At the end of the day, man, this dude sees he has a buzzing song. I don't think he's about to just, I mean, yo, I got a buzzing song. I'm about to go outside. I mean? I'm about to snatch somebody's, you mean icy, what I mean? I'm about to start snatching quarter waters, I mean? No, I don't think he's about to be on that. I think he's probably going to be moving a little bit more different because this dude, Coast to Coast, like, has notoriety from the song. And he already was on a song that had 1 million views, but at the end of the day, what he said was some real, was some real stuff that could like stick in people's minds. So it's like at the end of the day, he's noticing where he's at. So I'm hoping the fact that he kind of sees that he could possibly have like a lane, like that grimy. That's kind of like what they do, like the blinkies and stuff like that. It's like that grimy, that's a lane. Because what people don't get about rap is they think everybody is about to be like the super top guy. Everybody's about to be. Not everybody could be that dude. You know what I mean? And there's chances and opportunities to where you can position yourself. Like, all right, I'm gonna make that claim as I'm that dude. Or I'm the king of New York. Or whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to make it as. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I feel like Coast to Coast can have his own lane. MV Kane too, and then whatever they want to do after that, they could do whatever they want with that. But not everybody's gonna have that lane to where, oh, I got the big record in the city, because that's what I feel. I feel like people don't understand. It's kind of like it's kind of like basketball. Like not everybody's about to play basketball, and not everybody's about to go to the league. There's other things you could do. You could be a coach or whatever you want to do. You could do AAU. You know what I'm saying? You could do other things within that realm, or you could do a different sport. You know what I mean? Or you could do just a different lane or different town or something like that. You know what I mean? So I definitely think these dudes would keep that in mind. Moving forward, Big Drip is still doing his thing. I'm definitely waiting for that 5 year foreign and Drake record to drop. I was, oh man, I was getting my, I was getting ready. I was ironing my Zion Williamson jersey. You know, I was about to purchase a 3 day Planet Fitness membership. I was about to start, you know what I mean, being in the gym, getting brolic and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Not my whole body. I don't have washboard abs or anything like that. I was just going to try to get my arms brolic. I was going to try to get in the gym, you know what I'm saying? I was just, you know what I mean? There was so much I was going to try to do. That song was going to be like low-key one of the playlists, you know what I mean? Favi, movie, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what you think about this in the comments section. Turn on notifications, like, subscribe. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about Fivio Foreign responding to Coach the Ghost and what he was saying on the song and the whole video and the whole thing? How do you guys feel about this? Do you agree with him that New York dudes should be more low key with what they're doing in the videos and stuff like that? I don't necessarily want to actually repeat what he said. I think I'll put it on the screen. You know what I mean? The screenshots. You know what I mean? But do you agree with him? You know what I mean? Are you happy for the success that he's having right now? Because what a lot of people don't know, a lot of people are really just hip to this new drill thing. Yo, bro, back in 2018, bro, if you went and looked at, go look at like old Fivio foreign videos, these dudes were on some super grimy street stuff. So to see this dude, he bought a house, he's taking care of his family, he's raising his children and stuff like that. This is like real man stuff. It's like we seeing these dudes grow up before our eyes and everything. So I think it's definitely a beautiful thing. You know what I mean, I didn't mean to get sentimental right there. I mean, but let me know what you think about this in the comment section. How do you guys feel about this? Do you agree with Fivio 4 on the coast to goes? Let me know in the comment section, y'all. Turn notifications, like, subscribe, y'all. Holla.